everyone. Thank you so much for listening to my new audio blog called Byanca's Voice. Now, today's topic is more of a question. It's, would you date someone who is HIV positive or has AIDS? Now, the key word, keep in mind, is date. I didn't ask if you would have sex with them. I didn't ask if you would marry them. I said, would you date someone who is HIV positive or has AIDS? I really wish people would stop making relationships all about sex. Now, I asked this question the other day on Facebook, and I got a lot of feedback. I got a lot of yeses, nos, I don't knows, maybes. But I came across one comment asking me, would I date someone who was HIV positive if I wasn't HIV positive? So before I answered, I really had to think about it. And although my answer is yes, I had to put the shoe on the other foot. And my answer was still yes, simply because it's not fair to judge someone based on a condition they have no control over. Like, take me for example. I didn't ask to be born fighting for my life, but I'm dealing with it anyways. So, are you saying I don't deserve love just because I'm a little different? I'm human too, right? So you're saying just because I have a weak immune system, I don't deserve the right to be happy or have a chance to find love? Like I said, I did not ask to be born fighting for my life. I didn't ask to be ridiculed shamelessly for something that's not even my fault. But I'm dealing with it anyways. How would you feel if people treated you like you were different when really and truly you weren't? So it's okay for these people out here sleeping with who knows what to have someone but not me? You got people out here sleeping with anything that walks. That's disgusting. We call people like that hoes. And I'm not judging. I'm stating facts. And if you're offended, I'm sorry. And you know, a lot of people will say, we don't love these hoes. But if you didn't, they wouldn't be relevant. You know, a lot of guys love hoes because they love sex. But you know what? That's besides the point. People don't want to learn until after they are faced with the consequences of their actions. But back to the topic, how would you feel if you were born a certain way and people ridiculed you for it? Like, seriously. Now, I really want you to think about it. Like, now I'm not even just going to speak for people like me who were born with it, but also the ones who have received it from others. You know, the ones who, you know, they could have made a bad decision. They could have gotten it from drugs. They could have gotten it from rape. But however they got it, who are you to judge them? Some of you are nasty as hell. But for whatever reason, it hasn't come up to you yet. But whatever, that's not the point either. But you know what, I really think a lot of people's concerns is, what if they wanted to settle down, have a family, would they get it? And their concern is because they're scared. And you know what, that's normal. I would expect people with lack of knowledge about it to be scared. And honestly, if I was in their shoes, I'd probably be scared too. But you know what, as far as catching it and having a family, it really depends on how well the person who has HIV or AIDS is taking care of themselves. I know a lot of women who are positive but have beautiful babies that are negative. Men, beautiful families. Wife is negative, kids are negative. But having sex with someone is a risk, period, whether they have an STD or not. HIV and AIDS is not the only things out there. You got herpes, gonorrhea, chlamydia, etc. Having sex with someone is a risk, period. People can still get pregnant, y'all. Either way, use the condoms. Yes, I'm full aware that condoms break. But really and truly, I'm just going to say that you really shouldn't be sleeping with somebody you barely know or trust anyway. That's my opinion. That's me. Yeah, whatever. That's really all I had to say about that. Feel free to send me a message if you don't agree with this. I love reading everybody's opinions, whether I care or not. If you do, I want your feedback on this. Oh, and I said I wasn't going to say anything about this, but I lied. So, I'm not really understanding why a lot of people in the HIV community are upset with Tyler Perry for the movie Temptation. It was a very, very, very good example of what can happen when you don't take the time to get to know the person you're having sex with. Let alone use protection. I mean, sheesh. In my opinion, Tyler Perry did nothing wrong. The girl cheated and slept with someone she barely knew. Yeah, she worked with him, but still, she barely knew the guy. And karma got a hold of her. It happens. I don't know. Maybe the people that were offended were guilty, feeling guilty. It really doesn't matter. It happens. I do understand that people would like to see HIV people in movies portrayed in like a better, positive way. I understand that part, but as far as the movie goes, he didn't do anything wrong. I love the movie. It was a good example of what's done in the dark comes to the light. What goes around comes around, and all that glitters isn't gold. Alright, that's all I have to say. I'm done running my mouth. Thank you so much for listening. Be open, because I might have some new videos coming later. I don't know. You guys choose the topics. I love y'all. Thank you. Bye-bye.